local webcasting for a worldwide audience.
Good morning, good morning, good morning. You're listening to Saturday Live here on Radio Lewes, where the music matters. My name's Ben Fuller. I am currently on my own, but if all goes well, I should have two guests today. I'll be calling them on the phone a bit later for you. We've got the usual wonderful music, the usual nonsense from me, and I dare say a bit of shameless self-promotion as well. But we'll get on with the music with The Cure. Great gentle way to start the show. Lullaby from The Cure from 1989. It's a single from their album Disintegration. Yeah, Disintegration. Sorry, I'm having trouble reading the screen this morning. Their highest charting single here in the UK, reaching number 5 on the UK singles charts. reached number 3 in Germany and Ireland while becoming a top 10 hit in several other European countries and New Zealand. The music video won the British Video of the Year at the 1990 Brit Awards. Now, I've got time for just one more track before I've got my first guest. And it's one of my all-time favourites I've ever played on Saturday Live. It's The Cult. She Self-Sanctuary there from The Cult from 1985, I think. Made number 15 on the UK singles charts. Now, I am very pleased to say that I have got my first guest of the day, and it is Richard Dockerer from Tune. Richard, good morning.
Hello there, Ben. How are you?
I'm very well, thank you. And may I wish you a belated Happy New Year.
And to And to you. Interesting start to the year, but we're getting there, aren't we?
I think we are. We are indeed. Firstly, I'd like to say welcome back to Radio Lewes. You've had a bit of a hiatus, but you do have a new show on air right now. And I'd just like to know how you've been getting on, really, because everybody's been very isolated this year. And like I say, you've had a hiatus from Radio Lewes.
Yeah, well, with the hiatus from Radio Lewes is, I suppose, a problem that we've all had as presenters, in that it's been difficult to get into the studio sometimes. And I think that the people who've been able to keep shows going are remarkable in that they've been doing it from home. So, applause to them for doing it. And I've just been trying to kind of get that back up on track now to do that. But it's been tough. I think, like everybody, I think as I've got a family. And we went through the whole homeschooling thing last year and survived it together. But I think we've carved out lots of nice things to do. We've been on lots of walks together and enjoyed each other's company. But I think definitely it was nice to have a bit of a break from it in sort of September time. But now everybody's just got to be really careful now. I think with lockdown, I think we all have to just kind of keep ourselves ferreted away for a few more weeks just to let the worst of this current phase of it pass, really.
I think that's very good advice to everybody. Now, one of the other reasons I wanted to talk to you is because you've just written a new book, Life and How to Think About It.
Yeah.
Can you tell us about it?
I need a whole show to tell you about it properly. It's basically, the idea of the book is it's kind of a guide to a more thoughtful life. So my argument in the book is that we all go through life essentially just making it up as we go along. Basically, we're born into a world that we don't understand. We don't really understand what we are when we arrive here. We're just sort of dumped here, really, and we don't really have any sort of guide as to what sort of path to go down in life or how to think about life, how to deal with other people well. And what this book does is it sort of gives people a map for how to live well. So how to think about some of the big questions of life. So, for example, what is the meaning of life? What is life? What does it mean to be alive? We've basically got about 80 years, if we're lucky, to live this life. We've got it's like a brief flash of existing, and then how can we make the most of that? How can we think about important things, whether it's about death or about how to treat other people well? So it goes through 10 really big questions of life to help people navigate life a little bit better and live sort of happier and more meaningful lives.
Oh, where was that when I was a teenager? That sounds brilliant. And it's published when?
It's out on the 4th of March. So if you just Google it, it will be on Amazon and lots of them, all the sort of major booksellers. So yes, do have a look for it, and I hope people enjoy it. I
shall definitely be doing that. Well, that's brilliant. At least you've found a productive way to spend some of your time during lockdown. Now then, tell us about Tune, because you've taken a break, but you're back. Are we just picking up where we left off, or is there any changes?
There are no radical changes. It's just me picking up back on my joy of music and the love of music that I have. I mean, to be honest, one of the reasons I picked it up so quickly, I suppose, is that I had so many tunes I wanted to play for people. And I think when you are locked down, you've got more time at home. I think a lot of listeners will probably just switch to their stereo to give them comfort and to give them pleasure. And that's what I've been doing, is drawing out more records and more tunes. And so I've got a whole list of things that I want to play for people and share with people. So yeah, that's what I've got over the next few weeks, just playing great songs.
Excellent. Richard, thank you very much for your time. I know you're busy this morning. We look forward to more shows. We certainly look forward to the book, and I will be in touch as soon as the studio can reopen if you wish to come back in. But please do keep recording at home.
Will do. Take care.
Thank you very much indeed, Richard.
child, do you hear me call? Sing, child of right and wrong. Give me things that don't last long. Give me siren child, do you hear me call?
The Sisters of Mercy from 1987, and this Corrosion, the lead single from their second studio album Floodland. The song peaked at number 6 in Ireland and number 7 in the UK. And I believe they're back. They were supposed to be on tour in 2020, but for obvious reasons it got cancelled. I do hope they're not going to just disappear, and if they are back, I hope they're going to produce some new music. And I think we'll follow them with a mission.
There's a crystal view from my window, and I can see the years to come. I live for the burn and the sting of pleasure. I live for the sword, the steel in your gun. I can tear down the wall.
The Mission and Wasteland. The Mission, initially known as the Sisterhood, were started by frontman Wayne Hussey and bassist Craig Adams, both formerly of Sisters of Mercy, which is why I slotted them in there. And Wasteland was a single from their debut album, God's Own Medicine. Unfortunately, I can't find a chart position for it, but it's a great tune nonetheless. And I think we'll play one more before I bring out any shameless self-promotion. And this is Susie and the Banshees. Happy House from Susie and the Banshees, recorded by the band as a single in June 1980 on the record label Polydor, and later included on the third album Kaleidoscope, and it reached number 17 on the UK singles charts. Now I think it is time for a bit of shameless self-promotion, and I see no reason whatsoever not to blow my own trumpet. This is a rock spot.
Right, Ben, come here.
What do you want?
Oh, I want to ask you about your rock show. You've been badgering me about all mine, and I thought it's about time you had yours done. So, right, tell me about your rock show. What's it all about?
My rock show, it's about bringing fantastic rock music to a wider audience. Simple as that. I try and find all the best new stuff. I still play all the old classic stuff.
Well, you have to.
And I bring my love of rock music to a wider audience. That's really all it is. I just want to prove to people that rock music is just not a loud, horrible noise like Motorhead.
Was it not? Oh. So, why do you like rock music? Where did that come from?
Actually, I was very, very young, and I was quite often babysat by my cousin Caroline, who was a huge AC/DC fan, and she used to play that to make me go to sleep.
Oh, well, that's a good way to go to
AC/DC
sleep.
were my lullabies.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
That's cool.
So, that was it. It was a great sound. I've loved it since I was a toddler.
That's cool. That's good. Well, I've been listening to it as well, and I've found a few things that I've not heard of before. Some of them I thought, oh, really? Is that rock? I mean, yeah, it's good. And as long as you keep finding it, your mole does a good job for you.
My mole, yeah. He finds all sorts of stuff for me that I haven't got time to look for.
So keep on the good work and keep on rocking.
Absolutely.
That's it. Ta-da.
Is that it then?
That's it. I've got nothing else to say to you because it's just so good.
Oh, all
I
right,
thought
then.
that'll do.
Okay.
Fed up with you chasing me. See you later. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Every night I'm there, I'm always there. She knows I'm there, and heaven knows. I hope she goes. I find it hard to realize that love was in her eyes. It's dying now. She knows I'm crying now. And every night I'm there, I break my heart to please Eloise. Eloise. You know I'm on my knees, yeah. I said please, you're all I want, so hear my prayer, my prayer. My Eloise is like the stars that please the night, the sun that makes the day, but lights the way. When that star goes by, I hold it in my hands and cry, her love was mine. You know my sun will shine. And every night I'm there, I break my heart to please Eloise. Eloise. You got to hear my prayer, my prayer. My Eloisa, I'd love to please her, I'd like to care, but she's not there. And when I'd find you, I'd be so kind, you'd want to stay. I know you'd stay. And as the days grow old, the nights grow cold, I wanted her near to me. You know she's dear to me.
Oh, I know I played that one not so long ago, but I don't care. I love it. That was The Damned and their cover of the Barry Ryan song from '68, Eloise. That was a standalone single and it reached number 3 in the UK singles charts. Now, this is Saturday Live, a little bit different, of course, because we're all locked down. So I will do my best to give you a news report at 11 o'clock-ish. But it'll just be what I can remember from what I've heard on the news this morning. And if you've watched it yourself, you don't need it because it's all miserable. Except for the news that perhaps there's a third vaccine been approved. Whether or not that makes any difference to the rollout, we have to wait and see. That's all coming up later on, but we've still got music to come. I've got Echo and the Bunnymen. I've got Bauhaus. And Jesus and Mary Chain. That's just the ones that are to come now. And we'll start with Echo and the Bunnymen. Killing Moon from the album Ocean Rain from 1984. I do like that tune. It reached number 9 in the UK singles charts and often cited as the band's greatest song. I like their cover of People Are Strange by the Doors as well. I'd have to toss that one up. Maybe toss a coin, in fact, to decide which one was best, so I'm not going to bother. What I am going to play you is Ziggy Stardust by Bauhaus.
Special man, then we were Ziggy's band. Ziggy really sang, screwed up eyes and screwed down hairdo, like a cat from Japan. He could lick on by smiling, he could leave on to hand. Came on so loaded, man, well hung and snow white tan. Now where were the flies trying to break our balls, just for their light to guide us. So we bitched about his band and should we crush his sweet hand. Ziggy played for time, jiving us that we were Bill. The kids were just crass. He was the mess with God-given ass. He took it all too far, but boy, could he play guitar. Making love with his ego, Ziggy sucked up into his mind like a leper messiah. When the kids had killed the man, I had to break up the band. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Now Ziggy played guitar.
That was from 1982, Bauhaus with their cover of Ziggy Stardust, the Bowie tune from 1972. They recorded that as their 8th single, and it did reasonably well, actually. I think it made number 15 on the UK singles charts. Yes, it did. And they were massive fans of Bowie as a band, and as a lot of musicians were at the time, and they met him on the set of the gothic horror movie The Hunger, in which Bowie starred. The band played their 1979 song Bela Lugosi's Dead in a nightclub where Bowie's character was present. There you go, useless bit of information for you. Now I think we'll have the Jesus and Mary chain.
Hey honey, what you trying to say? As I stand here, don't you walk away. And the world comes tumbling down. Hand in hand in a violent life, making love on the edge of a knife. And the world comes tumbling down. And
things that you say. But now you've gone too far with all the things you say. Get back to where you come from. I can help it. Under the April sky. Under the April sky. Under the April sun. Under the April sky. Under the April sun. Under the April sun. Under the April sky. Under the April sun. Under the April sky. Sun grows cold, sky gets black, and you broke me up, and now you won't come back. Shaking hand, life is dead and broken heart, and screaming ahead. Hey, hey, under the April sky, under the April sun, under the April sky.
From 1987, that was April Skies from the Scottish alternative rock group The Jesus and Mary Chain, the first single from their album Darklands, released by Bianco e Negro Records in April 87, and I'm pretty sure it did very well in the charts. Number 8, it was a top 10 hit for them. I've got 10 minutes before I've got to try and make up some news, so we get a couple more tracks in, hey? I think you say this one.
When you cast your eyes upon the skylines of this once proud nation, can you sense the fear and the hatred growing in the hearts of its population? And our youth, oh youth, are being seduced by the greedy hands of politics and half-truths. The beaten generation, the beaten generation, reared on a diet of prejudice and misinformation. The beaten generation, the beaten generation. Open your eyes, open your imagination. We're being sedated by the gasoline fumes and hypnotized by the satellites into believing what is good and what is right. You may be worshipping the temples of mammon or lost in the prisons of religion, but can you still walk back to happiness when you've nowhere left to run? The beaten generation, the beaten generation, reared on a diet of prejudice and misinformation. The beaten generation, the beaten generation. Open your eyes, open your imagination. If they send in the special police to deliver us from liberty and keep us from peace, then won't the words sit ill upon their tongues when they tell us justice is being done, that freedom lives in the barrels of a warm gun? The beaten generation, the beaten generation, and misinformation, the beaten generation, the beaten generation. Open your eyes, open your imagination.
The Beaten Generation from 1989, from the third album by The. I don't know if it was a single or not, I can't find anything on it. Matt Johnson assembled a full band version of the band, retaining his role as singer, primary songwriter, frontman and guitarist, and playing keyboards and other instruments in the studio, but bringing in former Smiths guitarist Johnny Marr. Completing the lineup was former Julian Cope band bass guitarist James Eller and session drummer David Palmer, while DC Collard provided the keyboards live. They're not a band I really know much about, but I might check them out if I've got the time, and let's face it, who hasn't right now? This is Killing Joke. Love Like Blood from Killing Joke from 1985. It was the second single from their fifth studio album, Nighttime, released the same year. And it was a top 10 hit in the Netherlands and New Zealand and peaked at number 16 here in the UK. I'm not going to play you one more before 11 o'clock because I just haven't got the time. It's ticking closer to 11 as we speak. This is Saturday Live here on Radio Lewes, where the music matters. I'm Ben Fuller, ensconced in my home studio. And the news, well, it's rotten, isn't it? COVID is rising, we're all stuck at home, hospitals are overstretched. What else can I say? There is a new vaccine on the way. At least a third one's been approved by the regulators, so that's a little bit of good news, as long as the rollout speeds up. And as for the weather, well, it's perishing cold everywhere, freezing cold. At least it's dry. Trying to look on the bright side. I'm just going to continue into the second hour with more of this wonderful music, and hopefully, very shortly, I will have another guest. In the meantime, this is Moonchild from the Fields of Nephilim.
Child.
Moonchild there from Fields of Nephilim from 1988. From the Nephilim, their second studio album. I'm very pleased to say that I do have my second guest, Steve Brooks. Good morning.
Good morning. How you doing? All right?
Yeah, not too bad. Obviously, studio's closed again, so I'm muddling along at home. What I'd like to do is, first of all, wish you a Happy New Year.
Yes, Happy New Year to you and all, Ben. Thank you.
And I'd like to find out how you're doing. You've been isolated, haven't you, really? So...
Yes, because I'm a transplant patient of 15 years now. I basically haven't been to work since March, so I've been working from home. And also been doing the show from my kitchen table where I'm sat now. So, that's basically it, really, yeah.
Well, firstly, I wanted to say congratulations on still producing a fantastic quality show and for sticking with us.
Oh, thank you. That's all right. Yeah.
But also, I can't imagine how tough it's been for you to have been shielding all this time.
Yeah, you kind of get used to it, to be honest. I do sometimes make a run out to the bins outside.
Highlight of the day.
It is. It's quite glamorous. Obviously wear a mask and some sunglasses so the paparazzi don't see me. But yeah, I'm getting used to it, to be honest now. But yeah, no, the show's been brilliant actually for kind of keeping in touch with people and getting far too many requests in. So that's great.
Well, the more requests you get, the more shows you can make, can't you? So that's
exactly. Yeah, I had to do when I did the Christmas one. I had so many. I put them in a hat and literally pulled them out.
Well, that's one way to deal with it.
Yeah. Luckily, I had a hat. I don't get to wear it outside much, but yeah.
No, and you feel a bit silly wearing one indoors.
Yeah. Well, exactly. Yeah. It's a bowler hat, so actually, my little boy's really into Laurel Hardy, so he quite likes it. So.
Oh, excellent. So. Well, Steve, I am so pleased to hear that you are still quite upbeat and dealing with things okay. I have worried quite a lot about all of our people that have been stuck at home.
Yeah.
Go on.
Yeah, it's not easy. It's not easy at all, but, get through it. Like I say, it's basically the show has been keeping me going, so it gives me plenty to do during the week and getting it ready for Thursday, so...
Yeah, I won't ask you personal questions, but I will tell you that I spoke with Nick Cooper recently, and he told me that him and Susan haven't tried to kill each other much.
Not much. No.
Not much.
No. Well, I basically live in the kitchen, so
fair enough.
It's not too bad. Yeah, it hasn't helped my weight at all, but yeah. What?
Well, that's my one saving grace. Is my office area is upstairs in the back bedroom, so I haven't got a fridge.
Right. Not yet.
No, so I haven't been able to sit and graze while I've been working away.
No. I must admit, I've been doing my bit for the public good. I've been keeping Brewdog Brewery afloat, I think.
Excellent. Steve, I am so pleased that you're doing well because we haven't had a chance to chat much. What I would like to do is get you to pick the next track. I've got 3 for you to choose from.
Oh, right, okay.
I've got No Rest from New Model Army.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty in Pink by the Psychedelic Furs, or Monkey Gone to Heaven by Pixies.
Oh, let's go for New Model Army. Definitely.
New Model Army is
Yeah.
Brilliant. Steve, thank you so much for your time. I will be calling you again to do another one of these shows, I'm sure. And look after yourself, and I really hope to see you soon.
Yeah, and same to you, Ben. Cheers. Thanks for ringing, mate.
No worries, man. Take care.
Cheers. Bye.
There is no rest for the wicked ones. Dear God, what is this evil that we've done? There is no rest for the wicked reality. Is that what you want? Why did you make us spend the way you did? Yes, we have pride. Yes, we have pride. Is this our sin? Is this our sin? 4 o'clock in the morning, and still we cannot sleep. Turning over, turning round, twisting in our sweat. They say there is no left for the wicked ones. Dear God, what have we done? There is no left for the wicked ones. Dear God, what is this evil that we've done? These are the times that we've been out fighting. Well, I tell you, all those times we never really had anybody. Or is it that we waiting while other people were starving? Is this our crime? Is this our crime? 4 o'clock in the morning, and still we cannot sleep. Turning over, turning round, twisting in our sweat. They say there is no rest for the wicked ones. Dear God, what have we done? There is no rest for the wicked ones. Dear Lord, what is this evil that we've
No Rest there from New Model Army from 1985, and thank you, Steve, for picking that one from the album Vengeance, I think. I'm sure Steve will put me right if I'm wrong on that. The album reached number 22 on the UK Albums Chart. Well, we're going to play the Psychedelic Furs and Pixies before we get a bit more shameless self-promotion.
Caroline loves and it's raining all day. She loves to be one of the girls. She lives in a place in the side of our lives where nothing is ever put straight. She turns herself
Pretty in Pink from the Psychedelic Furs there. I think that was the original version from 1981. A single from the second album, Talk, Talk, Talk. Do you know what? I'm going to slip in a little bit of shameless self-promotion now. It's 1:15, or just gone. And I think we'll take an older dip in the pick and mix. I've gatecrashed the studio again and prevented Si and Nick from working. Thank you so much for both of you joining me together.
You're very welcome.
Individually last time.
We were just coming in to create, sir.
Yeah, we do it individually together this time.
Yeah.
Yeah,
absolutely.
marvellous. Yeah.
So tell me a bit about pick and mix, because it's utterly nutty, isn't it?
Rubbish.
Utterly nutty.
Yeah, I like that one, utterly
Sounds
nutty.
like a 70s chocolate bar, doesn't it?
Yes.
Yeah, a hazelnut in every bite.
It's just lots of music we think's good.
You think's good. I haven't got anything to do with it. I have nothing to do with the playlist.
So he does the music and you do the filler?
Filler? Philosophical gems, I like to say. It's always it's a mystery to me. I never know what I'm going to get, and I think that that keeps us fresh.
Yes,
doesn't
it does indeed.
Yeah, because I say, what's this load of old rubbish? What?
We do like a Viva Lewis as
I
well,
like
don't
to
we?
finger for a Viva Lewis and talk about things what are topical.
Well, I think it's unexpectedness is what keeps it fresh and keeps it always an interesting listen. So thank you very much for that. But you don't just do the one show, so do you? Because
no, I do other
like
things.
A lot of your music, so you had to do something else.
Yeah, I do other things as well and put them out as undersized sounds. So it might be punk, it might be metal. I try not to upset too many people because I know you're a metal man. I haven't done as many as lately because I just ain't had the time.
Oh, that's a shame.
Well, you're a busy businessman after all, aren't you?
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
And you also come in occasionally and join me on the live shows as well, when you're not too busy.
Yeah, on the Thursday show.
On the Thursday.
We haven't done that for a while, but we should do some more.
Well, that would be really great if you can do, because I'm getting fed up with finding all the music. I've got too much else to do.
And I do inject a little bit more quality into it.
Absolutely, I just play people what I want to hear. Well, thank you so much for that. When is your show published, please?
Right, it goes out on a Monday morning at 9 o'clock.
And Size Sounds?
That's a Wednesday at 5.
Brilliant. Listen in, folks. Thank you very much for both of you.
Thank you very much. Bye-bye.
There was a guy an underwater guy who controlled the sea. Got killed by 10 million pounds of sludge from New York and New Jersey.
Monkey's Gone to Heaven from 1989 by Pixies from the album Doolittle. Released as a single in March, included as the 7th track on the album when it was released a month later in April. I don't know what to say about it. I haven't got a chart position for you, but Rolling Stone's David Frick said Monkey Gone to Heaven was a corrosive, compelling meditation on God and garbage. I haven't really got a frame of reference to argue the toss on that one, but I'm going to play you another track so I don't have to. And just for Si, this is The Fall, Mr. Pharmacist.
Mr. Pharmacist, can you help me out today in your usual lovely way? Oh, Mr. Pharmacist, I insist, can you give me some of the Pepsi, Mr. Pharmacist? Dear Pharmacist, won't you please give me some energy? Mr. Pharmacist, Mr. Pharmacist. Hey, Mr. Pharmacist, I recommend you to my friends. They'll be happy in the end. Oh, Mr. Pharmacist, can you help? Send me on a daily king, Mr. Pharmacist. Dear Pharmacist, to lose your mind, you better stock me up for the winter time, Mr. Pharmacist, Mr. Pharmacist.
Mr. Pharmacist from The Fall. I'm not the biggest Fall fan in the world, so I'm quite glad that's over. Sorry, Si. From the album Bend Sinister from 1986, their 9th studio album. Apparently the term is heraldic, and it's taken from Vladimir Nabokov's 1947 novel of the same name. Another bit of pub quiz gold, I'm sure you'll agree. Wedding Present is next.
Still don't feel
just go whenever you prefer to. I said it means a lot when you use an old phrase, but then so what? We can't have it both ways. I know you're not bothered, are you? Even so, I'm not going to argue. Who wants object? Keep writing to me. Just don't forget if you ever knew me.
Brassneck from The Wedding Present, from Bizarro, the second studio album, released in October '89. Technically speaking, only one single was taken from the album, and that was Kennedy. Brassneck was re-recorded with Steve Albini in 1990 and reached number 24 on the UK singles charts. I've got half an hour left of this show and I've still got plenty of music. I've still got some shameless self-promotion too. This is The House of Love.
Still walking in me, still talking in me. Christine, Christine, such a sense of loss. And the baby cry, Christine, Christine. And the whole world dragged us down. And the whole world turned aside. Christine, you're in deep. Christine, with a godlike glow. Oh, Christine, Christine, heart of the glory in me. Chaos in the big sea.
House of Love, Christine, from the second studio album called House of Love from 1990, which is where it gets confusing because the previous album was called House of Love as well, This one is usually referred to as either Fontana after the record label or the Butterfly album. Although Christine was only an album track, not a single, I can't give you a chart position on it. Nevertheless, it's great to hear that track again. I'm going to play the last one on this particular list simply because last time I used it, I didn't play this one. I'm not sure I like it, but someone's bound to. It's all about Eve. From 1988, that's Martha's Harbour, from the band's self-titled debut album. It reached number 7 on the UK albums chart, thanks to the single reaching number 10 on the UK singles charts. It was unusual for an 80s pop hit, featuring only Julianne Regan's voice, acoustic guitars played by Tim Bricchino, and background sound effects of the sea. There you go. I don't know if that's pub quiz gold or not. You can make up your own mind on that. This is the Stranglers.
That you got some suntan lotion in that bottle of yours. Spread it all over my peeling skin, baby. That feels real good. All the skirts, lapping up the sun, lap me up. Why don't you come on and lap me up? Walking on the beaches, looking at the beaches. Well, there goes another one just lying down on the sand dunes. I better go take a swim and see if I can cool down a little bit. 'Cause you and me, woman, we got a lot of things on our minds, you know what I mean? Walking on the beaches, looking at the beaches. Well, you just take a look over there. Is she trying to get out of that clitoris? Liberation for women, that's what I preach, preacher man. Walking on the beaches, looking at the beaches. Oh shit! There goes the charabanc. Looks like I'm gonna be stuck here the whole summer. Well, what a bummer. I can think of a lot worse places to be. Like down in the street, or down in the sewer, or even on the end of a skewer. Down on the beaches, just look at all the peaches. Down on the beaches, just look at all the brown bodies. Down on the beaches, just look at all the sunglasses. Down on the beaches, just look at all the peaches. Down on the beaches, just look at all the peaches. Down on the beaches, just look at all the peaches. Down on the beaches.
Peaches, excuse me, a seminal punk song and single by the Stranglers from the album Ratus Norvegicus. The track peaked at number 8 on the UK singles charts. It was controversial because of its anarchist, nonconformist sexual content, primarily aimed at shaking up the establishment and poking the eye of the new politically correct punk movement. The song's narrator is girl watching on a crowded beach one hot summer day, and it's never made clear if his lascivious thoughts, such as "there goes a girl and a half," are an interior monologue, comments to his mates, or come-on lines to the attractive women in question. The critic Tom McGuinness wrote that Hugh Cornwell sings with a lecherous sneer. The sexual tension is so unrelenting as to spill into macho parody or even censor-baiting territory. Well, it certainly upset a few people at the time, and I played it because I can. The New Order is next.
in the shade of the morning sun. The morning sun is a drug that brings me near to the child that I lost, replaced by fear. I used to think that the day would never come, that my life would depend on the morning sun.
From 1987, that's True Faith. That was the first single since their debut ceremony to be issued in the UK as two separate 12-inch singles. And it reached number 4 on the UK singles charts. And it gave them their first single to chart in the Hot 100 in the States, which went on to peak at number 32. Time for the last little bit of shameless self-promotion this morning, and we're going to take a look at the slightly different bit. As you know by now, I'm having to re-record all my promos, my shameless self-promotion as I call it, because they were all getting a bit old. And I'm very lucky to be in a studio with our own Nick Cooper. Nick, how you doing?
I'm doing well, thank you.
It has been 2 years since we last had one of these little chats, and you've since stopped doing a weekly show.
Yeah, it just got to be too much. So, I wasn't finishing my novel. I hadn't learned to play the violin or anything like that.
Have you done any of those things?
No, none of those things. Well, I'm still working on my novel. It'll come out eventually.
Well, the Slightly Different Radio Show is exactly what it says on the tin, but you've just done something that the show's had a theme every time since you started, and you've just decided to drop the theme.
I started doing a theme and then thought, wait, Bob Dylan's copying me. I can't have that. And then I carried on doing it for ages and ages and ages. And I thought, this is too much like hard work. I can't find that many songs about avocados. So I thought, sorry, I'll just play stuff that I like, and just play stuff for you to enjoy or endure, as the case may be. So it could be anything. It could be from something contemporary, though. Obviously, my musical tastes have been locked in a particular time veins. But I play stuff from the 40s, the 50s, the 20s, and the 1600 and things like that. Any old rubbish.
Any old rubbish, and we have to endure it. I like that sentiment. Well, it still sounds great. I'm really pleased you're still with us, and you are published once a month on a Wednesday. Just check out the website or Spotify or anywhere else you can find us to catch the Slightly Different Radio Show. Nick Hoover, thank you very much for your time.
Thank you, Ben.
Reach out, touch faith.
From 1989, that's Depeche Mode and Personal Jesus. You can find it on the Violator album. The single reached number 13 on the UK singles charts and number 28 on the Billboard Hot 100. It was their first single to make the US Top 40 since '84's People Are People. Now I've got time for just a couple more. This is Talking Heads.
Well, we know where we're going.
From 1985, Road to Nowhere from Talking Heads from the album Little Creatures. It made number 6 on the British, German and South African singles charts, number 8 in the Dutch Top 40, and number 25 on a Billboard Mainstream Rock Tracks chart. And that's just about it. This has been Saturday Live here on Radio Lewis, where the music matters. My thanks to my guests, Richard Docker and Steve Brooks. I've been Ben Fuller. Thank you so much for listening. I'm going to leave you with Reward from the Teardrop Explodes. Till next time, as always, stay safe. Ta-da.
Radio Lewis. Local community webcasting.